how is your mental state of mind, you know, since he has now transitioned and left us? How is your mental state of mind, number one? And then number two, what do you do to strengthen your mental state of mind?
My mental state of mind is, we now 8 months into him passing. 6 months before he passed, I lost my dad. So my screensaver is them too, right? So I go through stuff that I've been enduring death for a long time. And I had got numb to it because I lost my grandmother in 2022. I lost my cousin in 2022. I lost my other cousin that was close to me in 2021. 2019, I lost my cousin that's right here on my own that I was super close to. So I started losing. I don't really mess with a lot of people. So when I started losing the people that know me, that I mess with, that I deal with, I had to get numb to it because I felt the weakness that I never had. I grew up just being hard, tough, like whatever, you know what I'm saying? When I was a kid, I probably was super emotional, crybaby, or whatever. But as you get older, it's like you got to be that man, that rock, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't understand the level of emotion or sadness. And losing Quan was somebody that I dealt with on a daily basis. So it's different levels to the losses. And I didn't understand grief either because I never would allow myself to grieve. Nothing. It'll just be like, it's nothing I could do about it. You know, I might go home, cry a little bit. Somebody close to me, they might see me shed a tear, you know, whatever. But I would just always keep going. You know what I'm saying? I would always just keep motivating. You know, this tore me down. You know what I mean? Like losing my pops first. Quan was at my pops' funeral with me. You know what I'm saying? And me and my dad wasn't talking when I lost him. You know, being able to, I had to pull the plug. I had to do all this type shit, bro. It broke me down. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I learned that I was a superhuman at that particular point. And I'm like, I just started talking.
Do you go to therapy or is therapy?
I was going to get to that part because I want people to understand that. Like, I was forced to go to therapy in 2006.
Forced?
I was forced. Okay. In 2006, I committed a crime. And the state told me I had to go do a psych evaluation, right? And I met my psychiatrist Lyle at that particular time, and that's what introduced me to therapy, and it made me feel so much different. And she used to tell me, like, once you get you together, you ain't gonna get along with a lot of people that don't know who they are, right? So
that's a fact.
I started
1000% fact.
I started doing that, and then I fell off of it. Then I went through one of my cousins that were real close, getting in some trouble, and that kind of took me back down. And then I started seeking therapy on my own because now I'm angry. You know what I'm saying? I got a gun. You know what I'm saying? I fight. I do all that. You know what I'm saying? That people don't know because I'm quiet. You know what I'm saying? I'm to myself. But the way I grew up, I had to be super territorial and reactive. You know what I mean? So now I'm being a mental health advocate, and it's like, what do I do for myself? So I just learned to talk. When I lost my uncle in 2000, shout out my social worker at the time. She would just take me in a room, no windows, and talk to me. And I didn't understand it. And we'll just talk about my uncle.
Helps.
And I started, like, now I talk about Quan, like, I get emotional. Like, I cry. You know what I'm saying? And I just learned to talk, and I learned to be there for others. You know what I'm saying? In the midst of that. So, you know, what I do for me, I turn this music on. You know, I got a room downstairs in my house. Like, fans was giving me supporters. They was giving me posters. And some days I just go sit in there, and every moment is different for me. You know what I'm saying? Some days is super boohoo crying. I talk to Corey a lot. It's hard to deal with his kids right now for me because that makes me real sad. You know what I'm saying? But I deal with his oldest son, Devin. Me and him text. I texted him last night, matter of fact. I just talked to Royal this weekend. Well, all of them. I just seen all of them because Corey took them down to Florida to see their sister, to surprise her for her birthday. He's a great granddad. You know what I'm saying? Great person, you know, that people don't really understand. So what I do, man, I pay it back forward, just to answer your question.
Good deal.